Call now and you could have cash today with Speedy Cash.
Love that Speedy Cash.
Join Local 3 for National Wear Red Day this Friday.
So you know how sometimes you hear these things and you think, why did I not think of that? Or why have they never done that before? That is what I think a lot of us are going to be saying this morning, because Lauren Barlow is back on the show. She, of course, has Lotus Center for Women. She has brought with her Shannon Hamaker, who is a relationship coach. And together, for the men watching, they are bringing you a very special event called Bourbon
and Beyond.
Bourbon and Menopause?
Bourbon and the Change.
Bourbon and the Change. And it's a man's guide to menopause. You're laughing already. She can't believe she didn't get her own name right.
Yes.
So I think it's kind of good that you're laughing a little bit, because you know what? That takes any angst and stigma out of the room, even right now. And that's the intent. February 20th, the Grand Falloon is the place to be. And if you are a man watching and the love of your life is going through menopause, your head's possibly spinning, and y'all are hoping to help with that a little bit. Is that right, Lauren?
Absolutely. And I would even say, if you're a woman watching and you are frustrated by your male partner not understanding what is happening to you, then it would be a great event to send him to.
But you are going to be sending him. This is a man's only event,
Exactly,
which is,
right.
I think, pretty revolutionary, because it's some sensitive topics to be discussed. Fair to say?
Absolutely. And what we're finding is women have a hard time communicating because we didn't really learn a lot about what's happening to our bodies. And then on top of that, men are there and they want to help. It's just giving them the instructions. So we're hoping to have a space where they can ask questions and we can guide on certain things that they can do to just help support. And I think most of it is just the awareness, right, Lauren?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Well, and Lauren and I have talked over the years, and Lauren kind of works with women actually from teenage girls all the way through, depending on the circumstance, but that there is no walk through menopause that is identical.
No.
Everyone has their own walk, right?
Right, yes.
So there's going to be a room full of men, limited space, and they're going to be asking some overlapping questions, but maybe some specific to their particular relationship.
Yes, absolutely. And that's where Shannon will be very helpful in implementing this event, so she can help from a relationship standpoint and more of a with a coaching background. So I think it'll be great.
So on the coaching, let's talk to you for just a minute. They're going to hear some things on this particular evening, and they'll learn a little bit, but then they've got to walk through that front door and put it into practice. I'm guessing it doesn't happen quickly, what they take away.
Yeah, I think just the awareness and noticing and really being open to changing the patterns of what has been happening in the home. So if there's frustration, instead of feeling like they need to fix it or change it, just being able to be there for their partner, for their spouse who's going through this change is a big deal. And it's going to be fun too. Like, we'll lighten the mood. It doesn't have to be so heavy. And that's what I love about Lotus is, Lauren's really taken the time to kind of soften her approach and ask more questions.
Right. We're all different. I'm not the world's most self-observant person. Like, I'll tell you, fun fact on me, or an embarrassing fact on me, but when I was pregnant with my first daughter, I just thought I had the hiccups, but it was her kicking. It just never dawned on me that that's what I was gonna feel. So menopause is one of those things that, it takes years to go through, and you slowly, as the woman, get accustomed to these changes, or you adapt. Women might not even be aware of what they're going through. Is that possible?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I like to say it's reverse puberty. So when you put that lens on it, it's like, oh, it's unpredictable. And a lot of us are going through this time with kids that are going through puberty. So it's a whole fun roller coaster ride. And sometimes the men are like, I have no idea how to be in this space.
Okay, talk about that then, Lauren. Let's talk about kind of the age bracket of men that might be impacted, because is this even for perimenopause?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I would say that in my practice, perimenopausal women are probably struggling the most. So those are probably going to be actually the best men to be there, because they really could use some education and support through that process. So I would say, if your female partner is in her 40s to 50s, like, you're a prime person to come to it.
40s into their 50s. How many people can you hold?
We are hoping to get about 50 people in there.
Okay.
We're really excited to have it be an intimate setting so that people feel comfortable asking questions and interacting too.
Yeah. So, you know, we never know who's watching this show on any given day, and some of you could be watching with little kids around or whatever. So we're kind of assuming that people watching have some sense of the topics to be covered when they come on the 20th of February. But do just come feeling free to ask. What's the old thing you heard in school? There's no such thing as a dumb question.
That's right. Yeah, knowledge is power. All of those
Are you
things.
kind of anticipating it being quiet in the beginning, and then by about the 30-minute, 45-minute mark, the guys are going to start to warm up and ask more?
I imagine that's what's going to happen. And we have some fun things planned, like trivia. We have gift bags and things like that that we're going to just, you know, have some fun with it.
It is called Bourbon and the Change. However, you have a non-alcoholic ticket
Yes, we
as
do.
well
Yes.
for people.
Yes, we will be offering non-alcoholic beers as, just as an option, or of course just soft drinks and that kind of thing. Yeah.
So the way you're going to sign up for it is going to Lauren's website, which is Lotus Center for Women. Is it lotuscenter.com?
LotusCenterForWomen.com.
It's the whole thing.
The whole thing.
LotusCenterForWomen.com. It's called Bourbon and the Change. The great thing I've learned from Lauren over her visits here is that this is part of life.
It is part of life.
So we may as well know what we're expecting to go through, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Make everybody go through it together as a
Yeah.
couple. It makes it a lot easier.
Does
So
indeed.
much easier.
Thank you
Yeah.
both.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Everything is so expensive these days.
Not everything. Budget Breaks will fix your brakes for the best price in town and give you a lifetime guarantee.
Budget Breaks. Brakes start